I think being labeled as a dark horse team is deserved because all three of us haven't really been at the top at Apex.
As it's a 1v1, Sorcerer with ROC take game number 2.
We lost the tiebreaker to Falcons in Pro League. It's always in the back of my head, but I try not to let past things determine my future. We're just focused on the present and winning the finals.
Falcons are looking to be on form right now. A little late to the party, but they're picking up KP. McLuffin sliding in, has to split his attention as Hal gets 2v1. They get the next knock, and it's only up to 0 as NIP. Off of getting match point, they get the dub on top of it all for game number 5.
It's not the ideal scenario, it's not the best players in the world, but Deeds is popping off right now. We've seen Vax pop off all throughout his career.
Vaxamon outplaying damage, putting up numbers of wolves. They might be next as ROC start to go crazy in this game.
This is a masterclass from Deeds with Newcastle play as well.
I feel like this roster maybe on paper, sure, they don't have the talent level of a Falcons or an Alliance, but they have the cohesion.
Slide left. Okay. No. Come to zone. Yes. I have all the space. In and out.
This isn't just another LAN recap. It's a story of misfits, rejects, and cast-offs, who turned rejection into a rise no one expected. Heading into EWC, the spotlight was on the usual giants, Falcons, Alliance, Shopify Rebellion, and we get 2 wild headlines the day before the LAN begins.
I made the tough decision to retire from competitive for Apex Legends.
Boney making his way towards the stand after having surgery just yesterday for appendicitis.
While all the major headlines were about dynasties, retirements, and surgeries, ROC and NIP quietly slid under the radar. Even with NIP finishing 2nd overall in Pro League and ROC winning the Matchpoint Regional Finals and placing 6th overall in Pro League, neither were seen as top 3 contenders. And the reason was simple. These 6 players were not hot commodities. They were left scrambling to even field a roster before Pro League and EWC, and no team felt that struggle more than ROC.
This split, like the start of this year, was the most stressful split I think maybe any players could have possibly endured. Like speaking strictly on the esports side of things, nothing personal.
To fully understand the struggle behind the formation of the ROC roster, we need to go back to before the start of the 2024 Esports World Cup. Deed's professional Apex career began with the Tripods, teaming alongside Gent and Nick Merckx. When Nick stepped away from competitive play, Deeds and Gent stuck together and picked up Onmu, and their first assignment was to qualify for the 2024 Split 2 Pro League.
But for Tripods, they just need that one extra point to push themselves into the top 8. Gent's gone down, Omnu's gone down, the Tripods trying to survive, but they might fall. AKA are losing players, and Tripods still has a player alive. This is massive. We have got to keep an eye on what the Tripods can do here. Deeds, the last chance, and AKA have been wiped off the face of the earth. That means Tripods overtake Meat Lovers. The Tripods might have done it here. But this is how it ended. Tripods were able to pip them at the punch and find themselves in the 8th position. There's your top 8 teams. There are your 8 teams going into Pro League for Split 2.
Next came the 2024 EWC qualifiers, requiring a top 2 finish to qualify.
Tripods, though, they were in, I believe, 6th place, still have capable to find themselves in the top 2, find themselves going to Riyadh.
Somehow, Tripods do get the underside of this bridge. Tripods still alive, top 2 squad. This could be it. This could be Tripods winning the last game. Deeds is in here, and Tripods takes the win, the first and the last in the journey to Riyadh.
They sneak into Pro League on the final map of the PLQ. They waltz straight into the top 2 here, and they are one of your 2 teams advancing on to Riyadh, Saudi Arabia to compete for the Esports World Cup.
At this point, things were looking good for Tripods. They'd secured placement in 2 back-to-back qualifiers, which ultimately got them signed to Pioneers moving forward, with an 11th place finish in Split 2 Pro League, locking them in for back-to-back lands. Split 2 playoffs in Mannheim, and EWC in Riyadh, which in turn was Deed's first LAN appearance.
above. I got plug, you guys got a one right there for a second.
Crack that guy. Flash you. Turn off.
Turn on, turn on.
No, he's flash.
No, I hit him flash.
One grabbing you.
Oh, man.
Pioneers are eliminated.
KCP gonna be eliminated. 17th place.
The Pioneers just got eliminated. That's their tournament done.
After a disappointing 34th place finish at EWC, Deed's next LAN in Mannheim only 1 month later added to the disappointment, finishing in 32nd place. Following what looked like a promising run, things quickly unraveled. 2 poor LAN finishes, then later missing champs in Sapporo through LCQ, and by the time BLGS rolled around,
came BLGS, and I think all of us were mentally checked out at that point. Like, we didn't think, like, we hit our ceiling. There was nothing more for us. So after the event ended, no matter how it ended, we were like, we're done.
With the breakup of the Pioneers/Tripods roster, this put Deeds in a position he had never been in before.
And then came my first LFT, and that was a nervous time for me because I didn't know what that looked like. I didn't know what the general population thought of me. I didn't know what other pro players thought of me. I mean, for the longest amount of time, I was the guy who got carried by Gent. Is what I felt like was the general idea of me. So I was like, I have no idea what to expect come LFT.
What came next was something no one saw coming. Deeds teaming with Vaxlon and the 4-time LAN champ, Reps. Reps had been the backbone of TSM for almost 6 years, but after champs in Sapporo, the roster split. With Verholst going to 100 Thieves and Zap joining Envy, Reps had to find a team to move on. After champs, where Furia earned a respectable 8th place, they decided to make a change. Vaxlon was dropped, left searching for a team, while Furia picked up Noct, one of the most sought after controller players on the market. And that detail matters. In today's Apex, if you're not an IGL and you're not on controller, the opportunities can dry up fast, which is why this roster felt less like it was carefully built and more like it was pieced together out of necessity. A controller support player who many thought had been carried through his career, a mouse and key flex player, and a mouse and key anchor. No IGL, no controller fragger, 3 players in roles nobody else wanted, but somehow the foundation of ROC was being laid.
Alright, well there you go. 100% secures the first place for VDR today on scrims. Let's see if they can end it on a win though, baby. They look good. Hey, VDR is definitely starting off in these scrims like way more solid than I thought they were gonna. But it just looks like Deeds right now is just being let off the leash and is just loving every second of it. He looks so good, and his skill ceiling just keeps going up and up and up and up and up. He looks so fucking solid. The grind is genuinely paying off so much for Deeds as a player.
They're jumping on him. So much damage.
Oh my god! Deeds, baby! Deeds! Come on, man!
I just fucking threw.
Come on, Deeds!
With Reps taking the IGL role upon himself, Team VDR were looking fairly solid within their first few scrim weeks, and even the first week of Pro League they finished in 8th place, above some heavy hitters. But results only tell half the story.
Am I getting trolled? Hello?
No, we hear you. Hello.
Why the f are you saying I'm muted then? I'm actually getting pissed off. Am I getting trolled? Is Vax like brain? I'm about to leave the game, bro.
Vax, do you hear Reps?
I don't think I do.
Oh my god.
Bro.
Just get me out. You're not going.
Vax, are you like a human being?
Do I have teammates?
Oh my god. Do you realize what I just dealt with? My teammate saying he can't hear me the whole game, other teammate saying he can, teammate saying I'm getting trolled, do 500 damage in a fight. Both my teammates have 0 damage, and I knocked one. I'm actually about to just get off. Why do I even play this fucking game? Waste of fucking time and money.
Of course, on the surface, this was some light trolling, but watching it back, you can sense Reps had really reached his limit. Just days later, Vax and Deeds are LF1. Reps was expected to stay with them for the ALGS Open LAN, but almost immediately he was gone, leaving Deeds and Vax scrambling for a third. Within a week, they were already scrimming with Nocturnal, a well-respected IGL. However, a bizarre ALGS rule meant he couldn't compete with them, as he was already registered as a substitute for NRG. This was just another one of many setbacks for this roster.
We were forced to scramble, I think, maybe a week or two before to find a sub. Not only a sub that can pay out of pocket to show up to a LAN event. There's already a short list of players, and it just got even shorter because of the open and the funding and whatnot. We wound up picking up Snipe. Vax has to learn how to IGL within a week and a half. We're trying to figure out team comps. Snipe hasn't played comps since Legend Bands have been integrated into ALGS.
Through all of this turmoil of trying to even field a team for the Open, Deeds and Vax managed to get signed as a duo to ROC. And as much as their placement at the Open playing with Snipe as a last minute fill-in wasn't fantastic, being signed going back into Finnish Split 1 Pro League after the Open, now with an org behind them, meant they could continue on with Nocturnal once the roster lock was over. Then came another setback.
The whole going through the ringer didn't stop after the Open. After the Open gets done, we're like, all right, Nocturnal, we lock in here. He's like, oh no, I got an offer I couldn't deny.
That offer was from LG to join Shubi and Naughty, in turn kicking out Sorcerer.
I'm not going to dive too deep into it, but in my opinion, I did not think that our faults at Champs when we were on C9 and at the Open were my fault.
Sorcerer, under the C9 banner at Champs in Sapporo, finished in 26th place, and at the ALGS Open on LG, finished in 43rd place. Both times not making finals, and as the IGL, he ended up taking the fall. After getting dropped, he had a few options for trials with other teams.
I tried to try out for a couple teams, I believe TSM and NIP, but unfortunately they both decided to go with another player before I could get tryouts done, so at that point I just decided to join Vax and Deeds.
It's in and here, Vicky. It's Falcons, it's Furia, it's All Gamers, and it's ROC to close it out and win our regional final in North America. Who can do it? Teams don't have to move quite yet. ROC on a really good spot, and Falcons, as usual, pushing up the pressure.
Oh, he wants to shield up. He's trying to get the shield up. He gets it right there. Fury are incredibly low. That catwall may have a few Falcons, but 0 is 1. He gets taken out. ROC now moving for the dub. ROC are your winners. Your America Regional Final winners.
And just like that, Deeds, Sorcerer, and Vaxlon lift the regional final trophy.
After just 1 month together, the newly formed ROC roster win the Split 1 Regional Matchpoint Finals and finish 6th overall in Pro League. Not bad for a guy who was carried throughout his career, and 2 players who weren't good enough for their previous rosters. While the players who would go on to form ROC battled through their own setbacks to find their footing, a similar story was beginning to unfold for Ninjas in Pajamas.
I did retire. I was done. I didn't really want to play anymore. You know, after the whole situation with OXG, I felt like if I had the right team and I had 2 like capable players who were like smart and could communicate well, like I had a good shot of winning. I felt that way.
Vayne is a decorated IGL. While his name isn't always mentioned alongside the likes of Hal, Zero, Sweet, or Hackers, he's quietly built an impressive resume, including a win at the NA Online Champs in 2021 and a 3rd place finish at the 2023 Split 2 playoffs. But 1 year later, Oxygen's 22nd place finish in the 2024 Split 2 Pro League led to their breakup. Vayne gave it one final shot in the LCQ for Sapporo Champs with Snipedown and Luxford on Native Gaming. But a 14th place exit slammed the door shut and Vayne retired, convinced his competitive days were behind him, until...
I saw the Open and stuff, and about EWC and everything, and I kind of just messaged Van, just asked him if he wanted to play for fun, go to the Open, and now we're here.
McLovin was still relatively unknown, no lands and only a handful of lower end Pro League finishes, but as it turns out, he wasn't unknown to Vayne.
A lot of people don't know this, but at LA last year, when I was looking for like a new teammate on OXG, like I really wanted to play with Cole for McLovin, but we ended up taking up Frex. Like we met there for the first time, and I told him like I wanted to play with him. I've wanted to play with him for a while because I just watch a lot of VODs, and I've seen his VODs. I like the way he plays. We think the same, so.
Vayne and McLovin headed to the ALGS Open under the 9 Lives banner, picking up Cersei as their 3rd. For a brand new roster, they performed reasonably well, making match points Sunday and finishing 13th overall. However, after the Open, Vayne and McLovin weren't completely set with their roster. Their 3rd, Cersei, who is part of the next generation of young, up-and-coming controller fraggers, had an incredible showing at the Open, finishing 4th overall for kills. Despite this, Vayne was looking for someone who offered more than just raw damage output.
So we trialed Panic, we trialed Karev, and so we played with Panic. It was like the same situation we just had, you know, like a young kid, not very familiar with how like team dynamics work, like never played sports, so it's hard for me to like, you know, just relate to those young kids who are up and coming right now. I think eventually they'll be really good, obviously, but I would rather team, you know, with, you know, a more mature person. It's easier just to grow that way as a team. And then we trialed Karev, and things went really well. You couldn't ask for like a better like person and a teammate, so he just meshed really well. That's just something like I value over like somebody fragging out like whatever. Everyone can do that.
After the Open and upon picking up Kurev, they were then signed by esport giants Ninjas in Pajamas. But for Kurev, the story leading up to this moment took a sudden, unexpected turn. For almost a year, Kurev had been the IGL for Team Liquid, with Jaguares and Niazul, after the team's long-standing trio with Yanya split up. Yanya went on to join Dropped and Knocked, leaving big shoes for Kurev to fill.
T-Law now climbing over, getting shots down. T-Law full 3-man still up. TSM dead. T-Law wins. T-Law wins. Let's fucking go. Vamos, T-Law, baby. And they secure the 40,000 smackaroonies. They are the champions of the Americas BLGS Regional Finals. Kurev and T-Law take the motherfucking W. Congratulations to Bastillo, one of the hardest working coaches in the game. Congratulations to Niazul, congratulations, and congratulations to Kurev, bro. They literally just played their asses off these last 3 weeks.
Kurev kicked off his Team Liquid journey with a bang, winning the BLGS Regional Finals. But the momentum didn't quite carry over. They finished 17th at the ALGS Champs in Sapporo and later struggled with the 28th place finish at the ALGS Open. These two LAN results, along with roster changes looming on Yanya's team, Team Liquid reformed the original trio with Yanya returning to his former teammates, leaving Kurev without a home, but not for long.
Wait, now it's all NIP to try and finish things off.
Oh, they fully sensed it, but because they went to grief 100 Thieves, this is just a green light for NIP to walk up with the Devo Current with the final melee hit as NIP are your champions for free, taking that game number 6 in terms of their positioning.
And it's not just taking the game, they might have taken the day. NIP.
In just their 4th Pro League match day together, NIP win the final day of Pro League Split 1, and just 1 week later, in regional finals,
NIP just continue. By the way, match point for NIP. First team to hit match point.
NIP hit match point in just 4 games, amassing a huge lead on the rest of the lobby. And while they couldn't quite seal the regional finals win, they finished tied in 1st place overall for Pro League with Falcons, only placing 2nd after losing the tiebreaker. A retired veteran who'd essentially given up. An overlooked newcomer with only 1 LAN under his belt. And a man replaced by the very player he'd replaced himself. Together, they defied all odds, rising almost all the way to the top. Just like ROC, NIP's rise was meteoric. 2 teams built from setbacks and second chances, and both dominating the back end of Pro League. But that was only the prelude. NIP and ROC carried their momentum straight into EWC, picking up right where they left off in Pro League. Both squads secured 3rd place in their respective groups, locking in their spot in match point finals. For NIP, it was pure domination. They led their group in kills, racking up 60 kills across 10 games. The success came down to their composition and playstyle. Kurev was able to run Sparrow in every match, a legend that perfectly fit their aggressive approach. With legend bans forcing teams to constantly adjust their comps, NIP managed to find rare stability. Sparrow went unbanned throughout the entire 10-game set, letting Kurev lock in a comfort pick for the entire group stage. Unlike teams who rely on crypto for recon, Sparrow allowed NIP to stay aggressive while maintaining the recon utility. Crypto offers unmatched information on enemy positions, but it comes at a cost. One player is stuck in the drone, unable to provide any presence or entry damage on the ground. Sparrow, on the other hand, offers flexibility. His ability to scan beacons quickly, at range, and while on the move allows teams to adapt to their surroundings quickly. And with tracker darts placed in choke points, NIP could cover multiple angles at once, getting alerts if an enemy crossed or destroyed one. It fit their fast-paced, coordinated playstyle perfectly. NIP's biggest asset wasn't just their team comp or playstyle, it was their cohesion and coordination. Vayne may be the IGL, but every voice in this team carries weight. In Game 5, that teamwork gets tested twice. As Zone 3 closes in behind them, they're weighing up how to take a fight on their close left against ALGS, who are set up with Newcastle and Rampart walls. To make things worse, there's another squad holding the building across the bridge, with a clean sightline on NIP when they peek. As they're setting up to swing when the zone closes, Kurev spots an alternative route that ultimately puts them in the best endgame position.
Yeah, we should fight them now. Can we just... No, we should go back, no? Right here?
Let's go here. We could.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's round 3. Do we have heals?
Yeah.
Oh, it is round 3. I have a med kit. 6 rounds.
Ready?
Go.
Grab another ground. We can play that little alley in the back way.
Come right, immediately, go right.
Yeah. We need to fight him if they're there.
This is 3. Wait, red.
Close.
Go, come here.
Come to me. Hold safe on me.
Hold it.
This decision to zone wrap gives them a safe alleyway to play in until the next zone closes. They then coordinate a perfect team fight to take the best end zone building.
And now.
Not going stairs. Not going height. Oh. On height. Yes. One did it. Okay, one HP. Don't die.
Batting.
I'm attacking. I'm putting knock.
Batting.
Gas up. Right here, on the bathroom. Need him. On the bathroom.
What is he? I died from the window. You can res.
They are then able to hold this building until the final zone closes. Just as their building almost becomes unplayable, Vayne makes a call to swing out the door and slide left.
There. We're about to go back left side and take bridge.
Okay, I'm with you.
Slide left.
Okay.
As he's about to commit, McLovin notices shots on Vayne from Na'Vi, who are holding the building opposite the door. He then suggests to go left through the zone, blocking off Na'Vi's line of sight.
Slide left.
Okay. No. Come through zone. Go through zone. You ready?
Yes.
Go.
Chill.
Come in here. Come inside.
Hold the space.
I need a med
Look
kit.
behind us, the building.
I'm med kitting up. Okay, I'm fuse only close.
Yeah, just teams under us. Full kill.
I'm med kitting.
I think
Pick this box. Go to me. Free shots.
Underneath the
You got the one. You got that.
What did that?
So many kills out here.
Break this.
In the tunnel, team.
Right under us.
Yeah.
Right under us.
Nice backing.
Okay.
I have all this space. In the knock. Let's go.
This shows the level of trust and cohesion NIP have, and it was evident throughout the whole group stage. ROC's group stage success was driven by their consistency. They had the highest average placement in their group, including 1 win and 5 other top 6 finishes. The way they managed to stay so consistent was their flex playstyle, some games rotating into zone early and bunkering down, as seen here in Game 7. As soon as Ring 2 is scanned, Sorcerer knows they have good prio to get a great endgame position at Northpad.
It's like DB or
Northpad. You come here, we can pop an evac. You wanna pop
Okay. Yeah, fight for height, I think.
What do you want for?
Height. Height or all the way back.
The catwalk?
Yes. Teams are flying in right now. I don't think anyone's up there. I'm going catwalk. Come up. We can.
Good zip line.
I think we do. Look at us.
Yep. I'm just jumping down.
There you go. Go to backs. Go to backs.
One, guys, one.
Dead, please.
We can wait for walk around. Play left. I can wall like right there. Yeah, come left. Look. Shoot that. In front of me. I want. Yeah. Far. I'm batting. Fuse one. Can we swing it? I'm batting. No. We're healing. Dude, we're not in. We're not swinging it. I got swing. I'm above. Crack. One kill. Fuse left. He's dead. Last one. Go on, knock. You gotta start getting careful. No.
Even though they were disappointed they didn't get the win, that 5th place finish earned them 11 points and was a fairly risk-free game. Other games, if they didn't have good priority to zone, or a team comp to hold a position for 5 zones, they would play more of an edge playstyle. Game 3 on E-District really highlights this. ROC land on the far west side of the map at Blossom Drive, and with Zone 2 info, they see it as pulling far east towards Heights. Sorcerer immediately calls for 3rd scan.
I don't know. We should 3rd scan somewhere here, though. That's what we're playing for macro-wise.
They then rotate over towards Stadium to scan for 3rd zone, prioritizing loot and evo caches along the way. With their composition, they know they cannot bunker down inside a building and are better off taking a late edge position and killing teams as they have to rotate out of buildings towards the next zone.
So, we're still in. We gotta kill this team and we're playing this corner. You can play it with me as well. You can play it with me. We gotta shoot this! In front of us! Dead! I got back! I'm burning all of them on the right! Yep. Yeah, I got it. In front of me, they're all one! Someone look right! One! Dead! On the right! They're knocking it off! Yep. Kill them, swing them together! Kill them! Pop up! Okay. Hit the PK! He's going over here! He's gonna die! Front side, right here! Yeah, right. How many guys? Dead! I'm there's a guy we gotta go down! We have to slide! Careful left there! I'm sliding up now! Looking right! I'm getting in turn right here! Do we wipe left right? No, we just play here and hold! I'm gonna start pressuring left! Left. Make sure left can't wrap us! Make sure left cannot wrap us! They're wrapping up left! They're EPing us! I'm EPing them! I left! Attack! Swing! Back. He's one, bro! They're weak! They're weak! Push it back! Nice! You got it! Don't get in. Rest. I'm gonna grab a swap. Chill. They see us. They're gonna swing.
If it wasn't for a slight timing error on the last team fight, they would have had one of the best positions for this endgame. Despite this, they still managed another 8 KP and a 5th place finish. This shows their adaptability to different playstyles depending on the zone pool and team comp. Sorcerer has even said that this more aggressive edge playstyle has been something new for him since teaming with Vaxilon.
We definitely flexed to edge a lot more on this team. Definitely a big reason is because of Vax's experience on Furia, like being a super aggressive team, and him like co-IGLing and sort of like trying to implement that kind of like learning. Like I learned a lot of like the edge aspects and like playing super aggressive from Vax in scrims, and if I could apply that consistently in turning, like that's when we do well.
Go, underneath you! Go break the fence and walk forward! Get I'm EP, can you swing that? Can you kill this? Kill us on wall hacks! Dead! All dead! Nice. I'm dead, I got it. Go off. No! That team. Holy shit, you guys are... That's a good game.
Still alive, even if they're blunted, Kura gets taken out.
ROC are trying to slow things down, but the Diva to the face from Asia gets the knock on to Deeds, and now Ninjas and Pajamas are trying to regroup.
Genji gets the res, by the way, and now they're going to try to move in late to this fight.
And G now left with Sicky, the slide down from 2 members, try to finish him off. Genji, it's Sorcerer on the low ground here. It's an all-out brawl.
Now moving up though, Sorcerer as a solo looking down at Curve, NIP get eliminated as it's a 1v1. Sorcerer with ROC, take game number 2.
Falcons are gonna come soon though. I'm killing it right. Crack! I'll slam. White armors! I'm slamming. Yeah, last one. New team, Ashes crack! Okay, chill. Go back to wall. Hey, cat one. Look at the TP, I knocked one. Look at Ash. Knocked. Nice. TP. Front. 44. One shot. One. I'm EP. Underneath. Double hash! I'm batting! Nice! Corner dash! I gotta play live! Okay, I'm seeing right! Careful! We gotta... On the net, go back!
Counter wall is available though. Ninjas in Pajamas have just gone down. Effect gets slammed back and will be slammed down onto his back.
I believe Hackis was out of there though, decided to go into his drone, go invisible, and just hold position for now.
With you. Back the ball! Nice, me too. I'm with you. Carry on. Fine. Cut you. Our shot's gonna get taken. Fine, that's one team. That guy's weak, Deeds. He's actually so weak. Here's one dead. You can kill him. It's 1v1 back. Look at that. Play eye. Fuck. You guys, get the kill. Get the kill and come back. Yeah. Knock one. Get one down in zone. We're getting in zone. Curl left. Left, guys, left. I'm ping. I can throw an 8 behind this team.
Oh, they're making a play. They are making a play for match point here. End of Force 36 eliminated, and match point is hit.
ROC hit match point in just 4 games, 2 wins, 35 kills, and a statement no one could ignore. Sorcerer's evolution into a more aggressive, flexible playstyle, shaped by Vaxlot, was paying off on the biggest stage they'd faced yet, but ROC weren't alone at the top for long. The very next game, NIP followed them onto match point, doing what they'd done all tournament long, lighting up the kill feed.
Nice. We're gonna fight here, they can fight here. Yeah, sliding on them! Sliding. I'm looking above them with D-Van. Full team here. Look us on. Fight them! Yeah, look at them! Don't overheat. Where did he go, guys?
We get eliminated our final 1v1 here. Our last 2 teams. McLovin sliding in, has to split his attention as Hal gets 2v1. They get the next knock, and it's only up to 0 as NIP. Off of getting match point, they get the dub on top of it all for game number 5.
ROC now had company on match point, with both NIP and VKG joining them. Game 6 stalled the momentum. Both ROC and NIP were taken out early, but the door stayed open as TSM claimed the win from outside match point. The next 3 games were utter chaos, but they were the absolute last opportunity to close this out.
Looking at the zone initially, this could be a very good one for NIP. And if we consider how NIP have played, when zones have come towards them so far this finals, barometer zones have been excellent for them. They're playing the caustic. It's a very defensive composition, and it is moving down to staging by the looks of it.
This is really interesting. There's a race already for that building on the hilltop where the respawn beacon is between Harvester and, like you say, staging that POI. Everybody is beelining at the moment for that building because I believe that's where the end game is going to be. And ROC now are playing the canyon between NIP and 100 Thieves and Harvester. They've left that high ground position and they're playing for the late game here.
The real question is there anyone not on match point to maybe disrupt things? S8UL perhaps pushing it onto ROC.
Word, they're dropping down onto them. They want to call the crevice their own, but these alongside Sheila, making sure that this lane is very much closed.
However, it has drawn attention to other teams. Wolves are taking a little gas.
S8UL eliminated, but ROC are having to survive right now as Ultimates are raining in above them. Wolves, like you say, wanted to take this fight, wanted to get these kills. Deeds is down.
Deeds down, but 2 more still alive, and Wolves have yet to press. But now Crazy Con, you see him fly. Wolves are full sending, and it looks like ROC. This could be the end of their run here in match 7.
What was going to be taken, it only gets him out of trouble for a second. Sorcerer in another clutch situation, but the thermite is enough, and Wolves will win it. ROC are gone. One of our match point teams is out.
Ninjas in Pajamas with the chance to win the ALGS mid-season playoffs here at Esports World Cup 2025.
Take yourself back to the start of this game as we have just a moment of quiet. The race for this building. NIP win it. They hold it, they control it, and they have caustic, but can they convert? Falcons are eliminated. It's NIP, or we go one more.
Wolves Esports still with a big chance because actually Wolves are backing off, and suddenly Gen G are right next to Ninjas in Pajamas.
Gen G are climbing above them. Gen G are above them. Zeki with a Kraber. Zeki with a Kraber, but Gen G go down. Vayne is lost alive. He can't do it. We go again here in Rio. McLovin jumps up. He'll go down. Ninjas in Pajamas might be ready to go to bed. Hackis finally tops in Ninjas in Pajamas. 2 match point teams gone. The only teams alive who can still win this. VKG as a solo and ROC who have commanded this zone for so solo, but ROC will get down to one. Vax escapes. It's the two solos. A match point against each other. You couldn't write this. Vaxalon's still alive. Two solos, both on match point.
As now they push in onto QQ.
But he jumps into the void. Vaxalon, by the way, still alive. But now, Gen.G bring that game to a close, and epic. Gen.G hit match point, and we keep on going.
But it's Falcons looking down the barrel at Ninjas and Pajamas or ROC trying to swing on Falcons. ROC cannot overextend because Team Nemesis are coming into third party. Huge shots, huge nades. Thank you very much, Team Nemesis, to clean up ROC on aisle 3.
Put it back here. Oh my god, man.
I saw her left.
I'm batting. I can run. Nice grab. You're alone. I'm dead. That close. On my back. Yeah. Play me up. Chill me. Come on.
It's a rampart above you. You need to run this way. Go this way.
I'm dead.
As Wolves get the knock on Sentinels.
Remember, that was on the duo that drops out from the res. Wolves still have an opportunity, and there's only one member left from Sentinels. They don't do it. It is here.
Sadly, for ROC and NIP, it wasn't quite their day, and seeing their reactions in the last game, it's clear how much this meant to them, and how close they knew they had come. Credit where it's due, VKG played incredibly, and deservedly claimed the crown. In the end, this story wasn't about who lifted the trophy, it's about the journeys these players took to get here.
I mean, for the longest amount of time, I was the guy who got carried by Jen.
But in my opinion, I did not think that our faults at Champs, when we were on C9 and at the Open, were my fault.
Vax had been cut from so many teams, so many different times, and I actually spoke directly to him one time, and he basically told me that he felt like the whole competitive industry was just focusing on young roller fraggers and forgetting about what like someone with experience could bring to the game.
I've never really had access to like, you know, your T1 players like as an IGL. Like I've never had access to like Boyfuls, Sinus, whatever. Like I'm always playing with like up and coming players. You know, after the whole situation with OXG, I don't know. I just felt like if I had the right team and I had two like capable players who were like smart and could communicate well, like I had a good shot of winning.
6 months before EWC, none of these players were on the same roster. Some had been dropped, replaced, and even retired. And yet, through circumstance, trust, and timing, they found each other. ROC and NIP didn't arrive with the most hyped names, or the most feared fraggers. They arrived with belief, with communication, and with systems that allowed every player to matter.
We are so far past the individual skill carrying you through tournaments, and obviously that we see a lot of these top teams have that, but every pro player is individually talented. It comes down to what can you bring on top of that.
This was more than a tournament. It was redemption, it was resilience, and a reminder that at the highest level, talent alone isn't enough. It's trust, communication, and it's the willingness to build something greater than yourself.